Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's start our day. As you know, we are Ktng Morning Show, and every morning, like all mornings, except for Saturdays and Sundays, we start our day with a little morning prayer. That way we get our day going, and we stay positive throughout the entire day. Okay? So, if anything, please raise your hands and such. I thank God for this day, for getting me out of bed, to act on the opportunities that it presents to me in a positive fashion, help those who cannot help themselves, and more importantly, to show compassion towards our enemies, especially when they need a patada in the culo. Alrighty. Join the conversation, and in Jesus Christ we say these things. Amen. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Well, I thank you for coming to the Ktng Morning Show. We are live simulcast on YouTube and Facebook. Join in the conversation if you wish. And we'll talk about some other good things in the meantime. As you know, it is the spring of the spring, as they say. But there, we are located all the way out here in the middle of probably one of the most beautiful spots I've ever lived in my life. Fond with nature and everything and so forth, but it's a great deal. It is like 14 degrees out here, so you know I am thawing out. Okay. And most of you on Facebook do see my, you guys do see, like, we got the light going on here. Let's just see. Oh, how about that? Isn't that beautiful? Wow, we got some light over here. Oh shit. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to deal with that in another way. But then too, you must see me as the mysterious specter. Okay. Anyway, welcome to the Ktng Morning Show. I'm trying to find out, some different dynamics on how to bring the show in. Okay. All right. It's Ktng Morning Show, and I am your host, the G to the I to the T to the Z, SD underneath the mountain and below the freeway. If you're here to hear what I've got going up here, then you know what I'm about to say. I am the freak on the peak that knows how to speak. So if you close up your mind, then you will not know the news of the week. Ow! I love that. Good morning, you guys. Hit me up here, hit like, smash, do whatever you got to do and so forth to show your support. We are the only station. We are the only station in all of Colorado that does not play the same damn song every freaking hour. There is no payola here. This is where you, my accomplices from Zulu Nation, my hip-hoppers, can contribute your music, and therefore we'll have 490,000 people listen to it on a day-to-day basis, okay? But it will not be repeated freaking hour, so that's out of the question, all right? We have international music here, all right? Not just this American stuff that you guys have been, supplicating on for, ever since day immemorial. I don't get down with payola. All right, this is a free form, so this is a free form format. So I play whatever the hell I want. Anyway, love to have you guys in for dinner and so forth, but let's get on with today's antics of human stupidity. Alrighty, so let's see what we got in the kitchen. Okay, it's madness, straight madness. I tell you, it's straight madness. Okay, come on here, baby. Work with me now. Right now it's about 14 degrees, and this day in history. Well, I don't think we got anything stupid going on in Colorado right about now. Well, the only thing stupid in Colorado at this particular point are the criminals. And these are the guys that basically go out and think they can commit crime and then go home. Knowing that you should be well known that the cops will come and find your house, which is the first freaking place they're going to look for. All right. And needless to say, they get caught within 24 hours. It's pretty much like bounty hunters out here. All right. And and another thing. Let's see. Since it is like predominantly like white out here and so forth, there are many undercover gay men out here. Oh yeah. Okay, they appear as one thing, but yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh yeah, some of them don't even know how to put their bitch in their purse. Anyway, what happened in a couple of years ago? Let's see what they say was happened in history. This day in history. Okay, 123. Alrighty. 1968, North Korea captures USS Pueblo. North Korea seizes the Navy intelligence ship US Pueblo, charging its crew with being on a spying mission. We never did get the answers to that, did we? FOI, Freedom of Information, people. You find the detailed text there. And see, in 1973, Vietnam War ceasefire. President Nixon announces that an accord has been reached to end the Vietnam War. And of course, you got Henry Kissinger, one of the main bastards who, instituted this war. In 1983, 18 debuts on NBC. The popular action adventure TV series 18 debuts on NBC. And this is the first time we got a chance to look at Mr. T outside of the boxing ring. And in 1986, first ever induction ceremony for the Rock of Fame. First ever annual induction ceremony is held for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in New York City, which resides now in Ohio. So of course Ray Charles and prop honors to Ray Charles and Chuck Berry for being honored as such, but I don't know if they did. They should have Little Richard on there. That's what I mean. And let's see. Also, in 2002, kidnapping of Wall Street journalist Dan Pearl. Wall Street journalist reporter Dan Pearl is kidnapped by the National Movement for the Restoration of Pakistani Sovereignty. Okay. Now, most importantly, on this day as well, we have learned that this is like a day of infamy, a total day of infamy, because this is the most harrowing news ever that I've ever seen and so forth. And I think 9 times out of 10, we definitely have to, figure this out. Well, two abstract things and so forth. Okay, there was a veterans group that put out an anti-Trump protest commercial, which was pulled. All right. But yet still, okay, this is how how much manifest destiny exists in our democracy. We can speak out against the president, but it will not be advertised. It'll only be skewed as hate speech or whatever they want to call it. Now, again, you have a whole bunch of secular idiots out there that are protecting this main idiot from whatever. I mean, he wants to take credit that he ended the government shutdown, when he had nothing to do with it, except for other than being the fuse that lit it in the first damn place. I mean, come on, people, come on. Are y'all that stupid? Obviously. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Probably one of the biggest stories that I think, and I'm pretty sure that most of you guys want to put this as a hashtag #MeToo. Okay. All right. Everybody's favorite wall banger from everybody gavel banger. Judge Judy is being sued for $4.75 million. Okay. Judge Judy is being sued by 2 women who claim they helped develop her show but haven't been reaping the financial rewards. Oh my God. This is a Me Too moment. You think? Okay, it's reported at the estate of Sandy Speckerman and Kay Schweitzer are suing the hugely popular judge in CBS. In a lawsuit, they say they helped bring the show to fruition in 1995, implying that they basically discovered Judy. The 2 were staffers on the People's Court with Judge Wapner. They say they set up a meeting between Judy and Little Harry, the show's producer. Little Harry. Why does that sound so mafioso? I don't know. Anyway, they were pretty much dismissed later on. The women were asking for at least $4.75 million due to them. Okay, so anyway, the infamous hard-nosed judge sold her TV library to CBS for a reported $95 million. Judy 74 also extended her run to 2021. TV Judge is already the highest paid personality, pulling down a $47 million in annual salary. The show reportedly generates an estimated $160 million to $170 million a year. Who knew? Who knew? Okay. This now she is a rich person condemning poor black people, poor white people, and anybody else that don't know the law. And you know what cracks me up is that everybody and their mama swear from God. That is the same law in every state. No. It's entertainment, people. It's entertainment. These cases were already decided upon. Were already decided on before they get to the show, and they pay you. They pay you for the settlement, whatever you're suing for and so forth. You're only suing for your own reputation, or you're in court for your own reputation. That's all. These people are paid. As soon as they get off the show, they're paid automatically. All right. So if anything, it's pretty much a ruse. But then again, $4.75 million. If you haven't been paying them women, damn man, put a hashtag #MeToo on it. All right. Like so many other people who never got paid from Hollywood. But then again, bait and switch is the opportune moment. They can advertise bait and switch all damn day long. And the sad part about it is that we go along with it thinking that it will change eventually. No. Same game, different players. All right. I'll tell you what, let me find some different players for you. Okay? Let me find some different players for you, all right? This is from The Hill. And this predominantly just basically says on how much power that we suffer from on a day-to-day basis. Okay? It is. Nobody's your influence or power for right. Okay? And if that were the case, we would probably have fluffier eggs. I don't know. Think about it. Fluffier scrambled eggs if people actually have the power to do so. So let's find out what those scrambled eggs are looking like right about now. From The Hill, White House defends controversial Trump campaign ad. All right. So if anything, here we go. Let's see. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders on Monday defended the controversial ad released by the Cheeseburger campaign over the weekend that accused Democrats of being "quote-unquote" complicit in every murder committed by illegal immigrants. Okay. Sarah, you're probably one of the dumbest, stupidest, job security fearingest bitches I ever seen in my life. You will defend a complete murderer. You will defend anybody that pays your paycheck. Okay? Man, if that ain't fellatio, I don't know what is. Anyway, at a press conference meeting, Sarah defends the ad's central claim. And she goes on to say, if people are unwilling to secure our borders and unwilling to end chain migration, unwilling to end the visa lottery system, and unwilling to fix all the problems we have in our immigration system, and aren't willing to negotiate and actually to do things to fix the system that we know happens to be problematic. There we go. Then yes, that's a problem and would allow for future incidents to take place. Okay, first and foremost, all right. The only reason any of this this cover up is in place at this particular point is to keep your divisive America in favor of voting for this jackass for another 4 years. Alrighty? Let me pick through all of this. I'm willing to end chain migration. Okay? So guess what? Don't we do the same thing when we're trying to deport people? Okay? Isn't that what DACA is about? The ending of DACA is about? They chain coming in, you chain them back out. You separate the families. We've been separating families now for like damn near 400 years. Okay? That has not changed. Okay? Lottery system? If you have the money, you can get in, right? Okay, so there I see some sort of messed up dichotomy here. If you're talking about chain migration and then you're talking about the visa lottery system in the same point, then why is it that you're trying to basically advocate for mass immigration, mass migration to get out, to push people out of the country? Okay, I'm willing to fix all the problems that they have in the immigration system. The problems existed when George Bush was there and he passed it on, as Obama passed it on. And now you have some, you have some shotgun idiot, okay, who thinks that, hiring minorities should be at a slave labor level. Okay, they fought against the minimum wage. They fought against giving people, a decent living style, decent standard of living. Okay. And as long as the immigrants were tied to it, think about it. All right. So also, if they don't know how to fix the system, how can you negotiate for it? Okay. Yeah, it was released over the weekend as lawmakers on Capitol Hill sought common ground for immigration reform in an effort to pass a spending bill that would reopen the government. Okay. Government shutdown was a risk, people. I mean, come on. If you didn't see it coming, then what makes you think you know anything about the government at all? Right? When the government shuts down, okay, people, you have to understand, when the government shuts down, it is called a timeout. To like say, okay, we have a timeout. We're going to figure out who we're blamed for this. Oh, it's the Democrats. It's the liberals. It's the conservatives. Everybody does a bunch of finger pointing, but nobody owns up to the responsibility. And when you have idiots like that doing that crap, come on. Man is responsible for man. And you mean to tell me everybody's pointing to it, an ideology of leadership, an ideology of power, an ideology of, just crap. Okay. Quote, President Trump is right. Build the wall, deport criminals, stop illegal immigration now, the ad says, showing clips of Democratic minority leaders, Senator Chuck Schumer of New York and Representative Nancy Pelosi of California. Democrats who stand in our way will be complicit in every murder committed by illegal immigrants. What about how about the murders? And how about the murders that this country has been, doing against, wholesale genocidal murders that you got going on in Turkey right about now, that you got going in, Afghanistan right about now. Never mind those places. What about here? When you allow fascists, neo-Nazis to go running around rampant with guns, defending the NRA and killing people of color. Police abuse. Human rights abuse all over the freaking world. And you mean to tell me we are worried about some low immigrants doing it here? Okay? We are home to our own home terrorism here. We are great for that. We are the home base of our own home terrorism. And you mean to tell me because of the color of your skin, you get a different definition if you commit wholesale murder? Wow. Critics blasted the ad, saying it would inflame tensions on Capitol Hill at a time when lawmakers are working feverishly for a compromise. What compromises are going to come out of this? Maybe a compromise if you can separate the yolk from the egg. I don't know. Okay? Sanders dismissed the question about whether the ad would make it more difficult for Democrats and Republicans to work on immigration reforms going forward. How are you going to go forward when you got nothing to stand on? Come on. Good luck. All right. DACA is going to end in March. 800,000 people are going to be affected. Those who work in businesses and schools and everything else are going to affect the economy. Okay? That's a huge chunk of the voting population that is about to be deported so the Republicans can stay in power. Do we not see the trend do we not see the murderous trend here of fanaticism? Okay, I mean, geez, I might as well be living in, I might as well be living in, oh my goodness, okay, I might as well be living so I might as well be living in Soviet Russia. Toxic, very toxic. So, as they say, as they go on to say, the president, number one focus is on national security. Sanders says. He's been very strong on discussing the need for border security and tying that directly to national security. Okay, to get more money. Okay, to get more money. That was a big focus of the president campaigns at the time. So he's since become president. Yes, presidency have no precedence whatsoever. At the end of the day, Cheeseburger says he approves the message, but Sanders argues on Monday that the campaign ads are being run by the White House. I can't get into any details, but the position on the need for border security is something we talked about and have been clear on, she says. Okay, Sanders. Honey, you're about the most, you're worse than a Malachi. You're worse than a sellout. You are a complete liar. Okay? And for people who sit up there and think that, our fair gender sex is just demanding for like equal pay and all this and everything else, you have to understand that there are also 90% of the liars in this planet right about now. Okay? And as far as I'm reporting, unless somebody can actually debate me on this and prove me wrong. Okay? Here's this woman basically defending this idiot who only seeks one thing, and that is to insulate America, to take care of it in a nice little bear hug, so that way we don't have anything to do with NAFTA. You won't be able to get anything American made. Come on. Sam's Club, closures. How many jobs have been affected? Macy's, closures. Okay, what are we trying to do? Okay, a self-eating amoeba cannot reproduce. I guess you guys don't understand biology either, all right? Maybe you're not seeing it, but it's going to basically show exactly how useless, and I mean useless, it is for people to sit up and dictate policy and terms on how well they want to insulate what we call this isotopic place we call America, shithole country. Oh yeah, I'm not letting that one go. I'm not letting it go because you got a bunch of shithole crackers running the damn government. They shut down because they can't meet eye to eye, and then they come back and go back over the same things they do over and over again, which is making it difficult for poor people in this country. People are making money off of poor people like it ain't crap. Okay, and because we as a sect in this country are dependent upon our veracity of consumption, we do not know when to stop. We don't know when to stop consuming. I had a friend of mine named Anoimi. Okay, I had a friend named Anoimi, who was Naomi, who wrote for Say Tacos and Grits about and she did a 5-minute piece about consumerism. And the biggest consumers are minorities. Okay, we are consuming at a rate of greed to catch up with the Joneses. No matter what our budget is. Every little thing. Oh, I gotta get my babies the best things in the world and da-da-da-da-dee. Oh, I gotta have that. I'm on monkey see, monkey do. Okay? That's basically where it goes to. Alright? So if that's gonna be the case and so forth about everybody's talking about how bad immigrants are and this, that, and everything else, well, I'll tell you what. Stop murdering or causing people to fall to their doom at the border. How many Mexican families? How many African families? How many European families who've come through, our border and have died having our water caches, having their water caches destroyed, their food caches taken away. So they die in a long walk across the desert that is unrelenting. Wow. And we're not considered, responsible for human rights abuses. Where's the double standard at? How can the Democrats be complicit in every murder from somebody who basically is being murdered on a day-to-day basis? Where are the numbers? Okay, where are the numbers? How about this? From the Los Angeles Times, LA Times, they actually found time to write an actual letter or whatever. Right? Smugglers using rocks to attack border patrol agents. Know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like the Afghan rebels are attacking the Russians back in the day, with rocks. Yeah, long before the Afghan war, Russia was implicit in trying to take over Afghanistan for the poppy fields, and they should have just let them have it, so that way the whole nation would have been strung out on opiates. I know. It's just really bad and done in bad taste, but who cares? All right. So here it is, on a foggy Saturday night at the end of December, Border Patrol agent drove an all-terrain vehicle close to the border fence between San Diego and Tijuana looking for footprints. To his left, a rust-red 7-foot metal barrier made of landing mats from the Vietnam War separate him from Colonia Libertad, a neighborhood whose gritty northern edges have long been known for smuggling activity. Okay. To his right, rocks, dirt, sand stretched north to an all-weather road. Beyond the road, on another fence, an 18-foot steel mesh barricade topped with razor wire. Okay. So there they are. Two opposing things. But in a loose soil near the primary fence, you can see signs of a breach. Better than he would on the road, where his ride would have been smoother and safer. As he traveled about 20 miles per hour, a dodgeball-sized rock struck him in the chest. The agent fell and the ATV flipped on top of him. On the day the agent was attacked, Border Patrol arrested 108 people crossing illegally at a 6-mile stretch where they were assaulted, where the assault happened. According to Michael Ktng, a spokesman for the Border Patrol in the San Diego sector. He says it's not uncommon in the fog. While Congress and the White House debate whether or where to add security measures along the southwest border, Border Patrol agents in San Diego hope that it will result in help mitigate complications caused by fog. Okay. Obviously, if there's fog, their jaw is protecting them. Okay. When you have nothing to fight with but just rocks, and you are a people that is faced against, overwhelming odds of machinery, it is David and Goliath all damn day. And for those of you who think you're a Christian enough and can't see that, you're idiots. You're total freaking idiots. This is a David and Goliath at pursuit of life and liberty to get away from the criminal activity that goes on. Yes, Mexico has the highest murder rate per capita. I mean, they top it off. I mean, what about the missing 43? Okay, what about the bodies that are and the kidnappings and the corruption in their government and the crime that goes on because crime law is considered a noble act of civility. Okay. Oh, we had a hand in it too. Remember back in the 20s and 30s when we were giving out, marijuana cards to the Mexicans, and we told them, you pick up the marijuana, bring it to the United States. If you have a marijuana card, we'll arrest you. Come on. You don't know that much about history, do you? Smuggling organizations known as the know that the Border Patrol's surveillance cameras don't work well in thick fog that rolls in from the ocean around San Diego, so they use it as a cover to bring larger numbers of people into the United States. And come on. All right. Come on. If an act of God is protecting the people from persecution, why do we try to fight it? Okay, why do not see it for what it is? Okay. So Border Patrol has almost 2,000 fewer agents than it's supposed to, which means any assault can have an impact on border security. The assault that injures an agent requires others to respond, spreading them thin along the border. Smuggling organizations try to use this to their advantage, especially in the fog. Joshua Wilson, Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council, Local 1613, says agents fear being debilitated by a rock, which could leave them unable to defend themselves or the weapons they carry. Wow. Goliath is bitching up. Okay. Fiscal 2017 Border Patrol agents in the San Diego sector report 83 assaults according to Shapatio. That's almost 11 assaults per month. And they're using rocks. Okay. They're using rocks. To discourage what? To discourage what? I know, I got these earmuffs on my head because it's cold and so forth outside. So if I'm looking like, the black version of Princess Leia, something's wrong. Anyway, rock attacks on agents in San Diego sector are not as frequent as they were a decade ago. In 2008, the same year, the construction of border fencing ramped up. Reports of assaults on local agents peaked at 377. Unfortunately, it's just the reality of the profession. Roy Villarreal, Deputy Chief of the San Diego sector, just like law enforcement as a whole, it's part of a parcel of the job. Okay. So Roy, since you're being a Malachista against your own people, you know, there's nothing, really, I guess, as they would say, spectacular about your job, other than being like, say, being a target. That's all. Okay. You're doing this to your own people because you got over. How did you get over here? Was you born here? That's what I'm asking, Roy. Were you born here? No. Just like everybody else, you came across that damn border, dude. Or, needless to say, you probably came in through Miami. All right. However, it is. If the rock thrower is on the south side of the fence, catching that person to charge them with assault can be difficult. Okay. They're using rocks on their side of the fence, and you want to try and go over and persecute them. Wow. Okay. You want to make sure that people die. Children and women die. Okay. Or fleeing and can't get asylum. What are they supposed to do? Turn and fight? Where they're unarmed, where they have no weapons at all, where they have no leadership on how to depose their own government people, or how to stop the corruption, the widespread personal corruption that each of the greedy little bastards do to themselves. Come on. Think about it, people. Really think about it. Really think about this, okay? Really think about it. If immigration is such a hard issue and so forth, and we can only weed out the good people before the bad people, right? It's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of iffy. When the crosses saw Sebastian and his partner, they turned and tried to climb back to Mexico. Sebastian still remembers the scariest rock attack experience in vivid detail. He was working at the Campo area, and he was sent to respond to a group detective jumping the fence. He looked up, and there was a guy right over on top of me, my partner holding a big rock. I pulled my weapon, and the guy dropped it. That's fart, people, if you're not listening. Okay. Well. It kind of, it's kind of indicative of, how our system and our society uses might over right. Okay? If it's your right to come to this country, it's your right to come to this country. I don't care. If you're conditioned to act like an ass when you get here, 9 times out of 10, you are fighting against assimilation. And assimilation is worse than anything else because guess what? You really don't have a choice. Okay? But as they say, as it is once said, many moons ago, that for the most part, you can take an idiot out of its own country, but you can't take the country out of the idiot. For real. And then they would say, "Oh, this person is basically geographically lost." Okay. Kind of sad, man. When we impose conditions on people that have already suffered enough conditioning as it is. Very interesting. Join the conversation if you can, people. We're at the halfway point. This is Ktng 860 AM. And if you're listening, you're also watching us on Facebook and simulcast on the YouTube and so forth. So therefore, DJ Sucker Punch is asking you to save your nuts. Save your nuts. All right? I'm not talking about the packages that you have around the banana sack either. But, save your nuts. In other words, save the nutty people in your life. If you're up for Kung Fu Saturdays, it's always on Ktng 860 AM, where I'm still running the best question yet. What's your favorite Kung Fu movie? A lot of Bruce Lee fans out there. What about Gordon Liu? Gordon Liu, the man that was in, say, Kill Bill and so forth, who taught your girl how to, do Kung Fu. I mean, he's underrated like a mug, but he's one of the lasting people who still, does exactly his job. Not only that, but is a famed martial artist. Okay, he didn't get worldwide props like Donnie Yen and Jet Li and Bruce Lee and Bolo and all those guys and so forth. Or what about our black kung fu artists? Let's see. No, he was karate, so that's how. And the only other person I could think of was Billy Blanks, but he was mostly Thai kickboxing. Anyway, subscribe, like, and follow us here throughout 2018 at ktng860am.org. And we will respond. If you have music, if you have articles, send them to us. So this way we can actually read them. Or better yet, have fun with them online or on the air. Yay! All right. Back in action, people. Back in action. Yes. It is kind of cool. It is kind of cool. But I only do that for, for shanking purposes. Hopefully I don't have to shank nobody with my damn headbutt. Seriously. Don't make me shank you with these things, man. This is the first set of earmuffs I actually owned in my entire life. That's funny. Okay, anyway. With all this going on, the question that I have to bring here to everybody that who are basically trying to assist in helping DACA, there's the DACA movement and so forth. I think more or less that people need to really, and this is my own opinion. People need to really, stop with this religious fervor about preaching brotherly love and then turning around as a bunch of hypocrites and showing that there is no brotherly love in this country. I mean, we're not free to move about the country. We're not free to help those who cannot help themselves. We're not free to, choose, our heart over, political nonsense. But we accept, and I repeat, we accept the adultery, the racism, the bigotry. We accept, the fascism that comes from a secular bunch of idiots who basically have no ties whatsoever to what what these founding fathers said about this country that they stole from the Indians. Okay? If that's democracy, we are living a freaking lie. We're promoting a huge freaking lie to the rest of the world, and I think they already know. Come on, man. It's not that difficult to piece this shit together and then say, well, that's not true, that's fake news, and da-da-da-da-da. No. We are doing the exact same steps. Over and over and over. We're repeating the exact same garbage over and over and over and over. We just retitle it. Okay, that's like me saying, I'm going to change the game of basketball by adding a few nuances to it. It's still the same game. You just change the board and the people. That's all you did. Okay? And when we have a change of the guard, guess what? Everybody leaves the junk on the damn table. And then when the scavenger president comes in, he picks out the stuff that he wants and says, okay, this is what the American people want. So y'all want to sit up and have immigration wars or for wars for resources, or better yet, you want to promote disruption, democratic disruption in foreign countries that see you as a threat. Nice. And this is worth signing up to go into the military for. You're defending what? The ideology of suppression? What kind of hypocrisy do we really promote under the wear of white blue? I'll show you. Vermont governor signs pop bill with mixed emotions. Now this was done on the Senate floor. Associated Press reports this about 14 hours ago. Governor Phil Scott this cat's a Republican too, okay? Governor Phil Scott on Monday privately signed Vermont's marijuana bill into law, making the state the first in the country to authorize the recreational use of the substance by an act of state legislature, not by a vote. Okay? Law which goes into effect July 1st allows those to possess more than an ounce of marijuana, 2 mature and 4 immature plants. Vermont will also become the 9th state in the country, along with Washington, D.C., to approve recreational use of marijuana. And other states and Washington authorized the recreational use of marijuana through a vote of residents. Vermont law contains no mechanism that allows for a citizen referendum. Wow. So the state says, something, we're going to do this whole thing, and we're going to they actually see where the profit is. They actually see where the money is. Okay, first and foremost, people, we've been using hemp since this country became a country. Look at the Constitution. The Constitution is made on him. It was written on him. Your Bibles are written on him. Okay? So what does that prove? God is perfect. Man is not, but man made whiskey and God made pot. Vermont will become the United States in doing so. The Republican governor had until the end of the day, Monday, to sign the bill. His office issued a statement Monday afternoon saying that he just signed the bill. Quote, today with mixed emotions I've signed the bill. I personally believe that it would, that what adults do behind closed doors on a private property is their, on their property right, is their choice, so long as it does not negatively impact the health and safety of others, especially children. Okay? If a child's health is of concern, and they are not, and they're, see, there's something wrong with this. When he says that the health and safety of others, especially children, see, children basically are what we call, test tubes at this point, because if the FDA does not get its greedy little disgusting paws on your children to immunize them, or to kill them for that matter, come on. In 49 states, we have a flu epidemic going on. You mean to tell me people are like getting shot with a flu virus, expected to combat the flu, and they're dying from it? No. If there's a large rally cry of people who don't want their children immunized, that only means one thing, that there is nothing natural about the immunizations themselves. Okay? The FDA has a mantra, you must remain sick in order for us to treat you. So rightly, that is crazy, but it exists. Come on, man. If you're sick, you got to go to a doctor, and the doctor gives you medication that has all kinds of side effects and so forth. You might lose a liver. You also might have an extra arm growing out of your doggone chest or something like that. Okay? That crap. Think about it, people. So, therefore, the law contains no mechanisms for taxation or sale of marijuana, although the legislature is expected to develop such a system. So, therefore, you guys are going to be running on a 20% tax base. The taxes are basically going to help for the infrastructure, do a lot for the education of children, do a lot for their school lunch programs. Okay, they're riding on the model of how independence from the United States is going to be initiated. If there are enough states that promote the use of marijuana, or for that matter, recreational growing it, using it industrially and so forth to make sure that we can get some goods, retail goods out of it, then guess what's going to happen? A lot of people are going to invest in it. True that. You're going to invest in people small, and then there's the scary part. Anybody can be a millionaire, but we don't want everybody in the country to be millionaires. Okay? Or you will have the basis of what Nero did to Rome. You just fill and, okay, got nothing better else to do. Okay? Deep, dark depression, excessive misery. If it weren't for bad pot, I have no pot at all. Despair and agony on me. Realistically, anyone who wanted to try it has tried it. The new law is unlikely to prompt people who don't smoke marijuana, who don't now smoke marijuana, to take it up. Said Robert Sand, a law school professor and former accounting prosecutor who has advocated for years to change the state's drug law. So Nancy Reagan, while you're rolling in your grave, you dumb hoe, just say no, just went okay, cool, we're cool. Basically, it's just say no, just now went to just say do it. All right. So realistically, the war on drugs is an unrealistic battle. Okay. There will be times when people misuse marijuana, and opponents will cite the incidents as evidence that legalization was not a good thing. There are incidents of people drinking booze and doing hit and runs. There are incidents of people who are abusing, opiates. Okay, and that's a national problem. Okay, 35 million people are hooked on this shit. Okay, they're hooked onto this crap. Heroin. Okay, we still import heroin that we get from Afghanistan. That was the reason for the freaking war in the first place. Okay, it wasn't about going after Bin Laden. No. Okay, no. Y'all got stuck on stupid on that one. For real. You really did. And that's the sad part about it. You guys got stuck on stupid and then just went ballistic on that point. Okay? Realistically, if you are a Republican, okay, or a cultural conservative or anything of that like, and can't see the deliberate attempt of like fetal assassination through the FDA, then you are an idiot. Okay? Everybody's like crying about, oh, GMO this, oh, the organic this and that and everything, right? Do we ever confront the farmer and test his soil? Do we ever confront the mass producer and say, what are you using? Okay? If you don't have an education on this, please go to YouTube and watch an old clip of the Super Friends, where the professor makes this serum that grows 20-foot tomatoes. Okay? Or better yet, you can always go back to say like, the old movies that they used to have back in the day and so forth, like The Mysterious Island. Why are these people fighting giant bees and giant crabs and so forth? Okay? To help with the food supply? Okay? And this new movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson coming out called Rampage, and seeing that some of the, instead of like the more edible animals, that we can actually eat. No, they show you the animals that can eat us. They're growing bigger through what? Chemical alteration? Wow. It's an extreme measure of looking at how well we have been able to basically poison ourselves systematically, generation after generation, only for one thing, for some eugenics piracy. The only reason why I say eugenics piracy is because, one, they want melanin to survive in the future. The Illuminati again. Or it could be some fabled existence of that we are basically letting people know that yes, you are afraid of a black planet and it's heading that way any damn way. So how do we stop it? How do we perpetuate what Hollywood and every other writer has ever written since the dawn of time? Okay? And what kills me is that in every movie plotted scene of the future and so forth, why is it that the black man dies? Doesn't even make it toward the credit. Well, in Hollywood, if you die in a movie and so forth, you get it like you get a bump. You get a bump on your check. That's why. And so it's become a stereotype. It has become a stereotypical mode of execution. Okay? That if you're black in this particular movie, we call the shithole of America, you're going to die before the white man. Plain and simple. Tell that to the Native American who survived these things, and they'll tell you to get your ass back on the Mayflower. Anyway, recreational use of marijuana already passed in Maine and Massachusetts, and both states are awaiting the implementation of systems to tax and regulate marijuana. That's all they're waiting for. New Hampshire's House gave preliminary approval to the bill earlier this month that would allow adults to possess more than up to an ounce of marijuana and to cultivate it in limited quantities. Even though the commission studying the issue won't finish its work until next fall. Scott said last week he is declining to hold a bill signing ceremony because some people don't feel that it is a momentous occasion. No, they're going to be high on the munchies and they're not even going to come out their homes. Think about it. Crime rate goes down. Ding, ding. Okay. But here we are in the resources of that we do have here. And lo and behold, we have somebody on our side. Yes, there is a tsunami warning. Tsunami warnings that have been canceled after a 7.9 magnitude earthquake hits off the coast of Alaska. So how do you, okay, if a 7.9 magnitude earthquake hits off the coast of Alaska, and there's like no tsunami warning after that, what science are we using to combat those things? Ever wonder? You'll find out later. Billionaire keeps pushing to impeach Trump. Democrats are rattled. And this guy. I've seen this guy on my Facebook post. I'm pretty sure most of you have. And this is from the New York Times about 25 minutes ago. This guy is a billionaire. Okay. And And this is this guy named Tom Steyer. He's made commercials. He's paid for them. This guy got like advertisements on Facebook left and freaking right. All right. He's even got YouTube channels. Okay. So the Democratic leaders have pressed Tom Steyer privately, urging him to tone down his campaign calling for President Cheeseburger's impeachment. Okay, they have prodded him in public, declaring on television that they consider impeachment an impractical ideal. No, it's not impractical. It is practical. Okay? And party strategists have pleaded with Democratic candidates for Congress not to join in. Don't listen to him, please, don't listen to him. But we're so sick of his garbage. We don't know what to do. We can fix this. The billionaire's like, come on, just impeach him. Go ahead, just nudge him. But Mr. Steyer, a California billionaire and one of the Democratic Party's most prolific donors, has only intensified his attacks in recent weeks, buoyed by tens of millions of dollars in television commercials, financed out of his own pocket and starring him. Okay? Mr. Steyer has become one of Mr. Cheeseburger's most visible antagonists, firing upon angry Democrats and unnerving his own party with the ferocity of his efforts. One man can make a difference. What difference are you making in your community? What difference are you making in your state? Okay? Other than being a supplicant parasite. Mr. Steyer is likely to unsettle the national Democrats further in the coming weeks with a new phase in his campaign aimed at pushing lawmakers to solidly liberal seats and endorse impeachment. Having collected more than 4 million email addresses from people who signed an impeachment petition, Mr. Steyer has begun prodding those voters to call congressional offices and lobby them for support. This is power, people. This is the structure of power that you need to follow. This is the structure of power I've been talking about for the last 5 years. And for some stupid reason, we're like, oh, God. We'll let everybody else do it. We'll let everybody else do it. Dum. Okay? It doesn't matter. In an interview, Mr. Steyer was dismissive of party leaders' reservations about making impeachment an issue in 2018. He described Cheeseburger as lawless and unfit for office, acknowledging the practical obstacles of impeachment. He said raising a popular outcry was the necessary first step. Come on, Cheeseburger did not win the popular vote, so what's wrong? Okay? So basically, quote unquote, we're telling the truth to the American people, and it's an important truth, Mr. Steyer said of his campaign. And if you don't think it's politically convenient for you, that's too freaking bad. Already, Democrats acknowledge that Mr. Steyer has helped force impeachment into mainstream conversation, playing to a liberal base that has cheered confrontational tactics like the 3-day government shutdown, while Democrats intend to run on a ferocity anti-cheeseburger message this year. Party leaders envision a campaign of broad attacks on the president's economic agenda rather than a blunt force impeachment pledge. I don't see what's wrong with that. How is it that people do not understand that you can come together and impeach this fucking bastard? That's all you gotta do. Contact your legislature, contact your legislative body, your city council, not only city council, but your state representatives, those who make the laws, those who write the laws and lobby the laws, your lobbyists. Get a hold of your congressional representative and let them know that you are not happy. You're not happy. It beats, okay? It beats parading up in the street just to get 15 minutes of fame, okay? If you want to do it black bloc style. Okay, do it black bloc style, coordinated attacks. Okay, so therefore, the Democrat base is enraged by Cheeseburger and frustrated by part of these counseling restraint appears enthusiastically open to seeking the president's removal. A handful of Democratic congressional candidates in crucial states like California, Florida, Nevada, and Wisconsin have vowed to pursue impeachment if they are elected. That number is likely to grow during the coming season of Democratic primaries, in which throngs of candidates are competing for the affection of liberal voters who loathe. L-O-A-T-H-E, loathe. Okay? Enunciation, people. That's what it's called. You're a brazen idiot right now. Okay? Like a lot of people, he goes on. They go on to say, I'm appalled by the president's conduct in the office. I don't believe there's a basis to impeach the president. I do believe that he's got to go. He's dangerous. There's nothing there's nothing more dangerous than a child with a loaded gun. Especially a child that's overweight, especially a child that is like, you know, has more fat in his head than he has on his body. Okay? Disgusting. I might say. Totally disgusting. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Anyway. As they just pointed out, Mr. Steyer, however, impeachment is a singular clause. It is no easy character for Democrats to ignore. He's definitely not. Okay, but from his headquarters in San Francisco office tower, Mr. Steyer 60 has built a sprawling political operation with more than 200 staff members around the country, mostly employed by his flagship group, Next Gen America, which focuses on climate change, which we as a nation have ignored and complicitly gone along with the arrogance behind it. Yet, as a quote-unquote nation above all other nations, okay, we are not responsible for the rest of the pollution on the planet. Unfortunately, the United States is not its own planet, is it? So how in the world we can go away from, like, say, the G4 summit with our heads held high, knowing that we are supporting other nations, or nations have our support too, and working on climate change? Remember, people, when spring and summer get here, there is going to be massive problems in our massive problems. There is going to be flooding. There is going to be massive flooding. You think Katrina was like the end all, be all? No, it was just the beginning. Okay. I'm living up like a mile up. Okay, a mile high away from, say, like the dirty little suburbs of like Staples Center. Right, in Los Angeles. There's a difference in the critical mass of it because one, Los Angeles will be 2 degrees hotter this year than any place else. Okay? Nevada will become that much hotter. A lot of states in the southern graphic of things are going to be a lot heated than anything else. All right? So in that sense, people, we are basically out of time here. I have definitely got to go, gadget go. You know what I'm saying? So my question is this. If we are to remain on this planet, or for that matter, remain in the grips and throngs of, say, said cheeseburger, what is it that we can do today to start the process of getting him impeached? What is it that we can do today that we can help immigrants, you know, who are trying to escape, death and persecution? What is it that we can do today to change the stasis of the human heart? Simple. Very simple. Chill out, pray, smoke a doobie. Pretty much it, man. Pretty much it. Assist those who can't help themselves. But if you come out here acting like Johnny Too Bad, you will be ran up out this month, just like any place else. If you don't know the story of Johnny Too Bad, then something's wrong with you. Anyway, I gotta say good morning to everybody. So here we go. I know, it's kind of horrible. I don't know how this thing got skipped up like this. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I guess that's pretty much how it goes. Anyway, we do want to say good morning to everybody today. And let's see if we can say good morning to our favorite people. Do want to say good morning to Walt Jenkins, who knows now that I'm defrosting out here at 14 degrees below. Dulcie Melody Orozco, good morning. Super Walt Jenkins, good morning. That's right. And let's see, Squatter Mason, good morning for the early rises. Jamie Manton, you get a super good morning, my brother. From all the way across the pond and whatnot. Keep the hip hop happening, man. And of course, again, happy birthday. And the rest of our supporting cast. Goddess Mother of Orisha, good morning. Rodney Allen Rippey, good morning. Bear Crew, good morning. Out of Compton, what's happening, bro? Brenda Eakins Perkins, good morning, love. Darren Gregory Malloy, keep pursuing your dreams. Good morning. Shaughnessy Furman, good morning. Vic L. Ray out of Long Beach, Strong Beach, Long Beach. Boom, boom, boom. What's up? Good morning. Cypher Joe, good morning. Sean Griff, good morning. Bench press 285, and I might just take you out on a date. Anyway. Andreas Eckert, good morning. Let's see, who else we got going on and so forth. Jay Kwan out of Philly, good morning. Also, good morning to our friends around the world, Zulu Nation Universal, good morning. And also to our crews and pit crews out here that are living their lives and doing their dreams and so forth from Colorado Springs. Good morning, blanket across the whole thing, all right? Let's see, also my man Slick Rick, good morning, okay? Let's see, Tanner, good morning. Okay, and Angela Perez, good morning. All right, $1 Million Smile, $1 Billion Lifestyle, what's happening? Let's see, also, Luke Cage, good morning, thanks for the support, bro. I am going to keep winning. Deborah Coco-licious, good morning. Very positive lady. Very positive lady. Something I need more of in my life. Okay, Ross Bernard Benzema, good morning. And let's see. Donald D, good morning. I'm out of the Bronx. Happy birthday to, happy belated to, okay. All right. Montel Martinez, you crazy ass. Good morning. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I got some things to do today, which involves getting off my butt and traveling around with the group that I'm with and seeing more of, say, Colorado. I'll post pictures up later today. Ernest Franklin, good morning, you crazy man, you. Let's see, I got some things to do that require my attention, but more importantly, allows me to explore more of this. So I'm just using it pretty much for a passage. I'm just parlaying my experiences in that point. Writing a new book and so forth about my memoirs, and this is going to be cool. And most importantly, when you're out there doing as much as you possibly can in any particular sense of way, make sure that you do good, not only for your community, but for yourself as well. And most importantly, never let anyone take your shine. It's important for you to be seen and heard. And what better place than on Ktng? Okay, the voice of the voiceless, people. I search for the stories, I listen, and I write. In some cases, I report on the misgivings of those who think or assume or have power.